Hello everybody, my name is Jennifer and today I'm going to be presenting about a famous painter that, as you see in the picture, you guys already might know who she is. Her name is Frida Kahlo. So who is Frida Kahlo? So Frida Kahlo is a famous Mexican painter known for her famous portraits that are so colorful, floral, and very cultural. She was born in Coyoacan, Mexico. So a little bit about her family history. So her father was German and her mom was Mexican. Also, something kind of cool was that her dad was a professional photographer. And we might think that she got that from him, but she actually didn't like photography or anything like that. She did used to help him at the studio, but she wasn't very into it. She was more into science. She loved science, and that's one of the reasons why she went into medical school. So, this is where everything starts. So, in this stage of her life, when she goes to medical school, medicine school, she meets her future husband, which is Diego Rivera. So when she signs up for school, she meets him in the 1930s. She does get married with him in 1939, and also he was very like he always wanted a very Mexican wife. So he also influenced her life and her paintings because he did push her to like continue painting because he loved her portraits, her painting, her art, and everything. So this was a very tragic like event in her life. It's very famous at the movies and the books where she gets into a bus accident, and right here this has probably more to do with why she started painting, because she does get a very bad injury. She goes into like 30 different surgeries because like I said, she does get very ill and injured. So during this stage of her life, that's when she began to paint and learn about art and just do random canvas and portraits. So this was probably one of the main reasons why she started painting, you guys. So Frida Kahlo went through a lot, like through her life, a lot of things with her husband, her career, her accident, and all that led her to like everything that she did, why she did it. So one of the main things was her marriage. It was very unhealthy marriage. Like I said, she did marry Diego Rivera, and he had a lot of affairs with a lot of people, even her own sister. So that's very bad. She did get divorced with him, and they did get remarried again in 1940. So they went back together. In the 1940s, she wasn't able to walk anymore because, like I said, she had a bus accident, and she was no longer able to walk during this stage of her life when she went back with her ex-husband. Also, another thing, she did get into a lot of alcohol abuse and drug abuse. That was probably something that's what led her more to her death too. So, and during her last years, like I said, um, Frida died in 1954 due to drug abuse, alcohol. Her illness was just draining her because she was no longer able to walk. And in the 1940s, that's when everybody knew who she was already. She was very famous painter already. She was just so focused in those years in her career, but sadly she died because she was so sick and she let everything get to her. um so yeah, so in Mexico they do have a museum that is called Museo Frida Kahlo, and her husband is actually the one that dedicated this museum to her life, because the last years of her life they lived together in this blue house, which is very known in Mexico. It's called La Casa Azul. So this is where they spent their last years, and also this is where people go and visit to see her pictures, how her house looked, and then they have a lot of art from that she did during those years when she was already in bed. She did become very popular, very famous, and she's one of the best artist in the 20th century. Also, she did inspire a lot of people with her in books, the way she dressed, because she was very colorful and, like I said, very cultural, and also in movies, everything. She was just so popular, and she's still popular up to this day because her painting is just everything. It's very beautiful, and her paintings have to do a lot with just culture, human bodies, death, and just, sadness. So yeah, you guys, this is my work site, my citations. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you for watching, and I recommend you guys to watch her movie. It's very interesting. Thank you.